Hi, my name is Jingwen. Today I'm going to talk about the emotions of condemnation, resentment, indignation, blame from the test by Christopher Bennett titled Blame, Remorse, Mercy, Forgiveness. Now I'm going to start by concept. We will have a look at a range of such emotions. Resentment can be defined as a reaction that occurs when a victim experiences a wrong as an insult. It serves to defend our right to equal treatment against those who would relegate us to inferiority. As long as one has enough self-respect to think that one has such rights, one ought to react with resentment whenever one's rights have been evaluated. In- Indignation is a protest whose function is to prevent further abuse in the future. However, there is a difference between resentment and indignation. Only resentment promotes us to get even. Resentment leads to retaliation because if the victim believes that she can be diminished by wrongdoing, then she believes that she can be raised in status by getting even. Blaming is thought of as an action, at other times an evaluation, as when we judge someone to blameworthy for something. Next, my quote from the paper read, whether or not resentment and its retaliatory strategies are justified, they cannot be the only emotions of cognition or even perhaps the central ones. It indicates that resentment is not the only emotion of cognition. Cognition may also have blame. Actually, to blame is to condemn, and to condemn is to feel a certain way about something, or at least to regard such feelings as appropriate. The key blame is to recognition that one cannot probably treat the wrongdoer as if nothing has happened, that if one did, one would be ignoring, forgiving, perhaps even acquiesce in the offense. Let's move on to simple example. The example I will present is celebrate blaming. Rose Amber blamed Ambien for a series of racist Twitter which led to her ABC sitcom being cancelled. Some Twitter users think her Twitter was offensive and racist. Barr's Twitter sparked condemnation from many famous figures, including one of the sitcom's producers, who announced that she would not be returned for the proposed second seasons. Finally, Barr had to sweet apology. This example is a positive condemnation, and through the public blame, she was made to apologize and was punished accordingly. The opposite of the simple example is victim blaming. The opposite example I will present is victim blaming on the social media. Victim blaming is a devaluating act that occurs when the victim of a crime or an accident is held responsible. It is a form of blaming that is placed on the victim. In British Merseyside police accused of victim blaming on Twitter. The tweet states that she told her mates she had enough and so on. Many people believe that the police blame the rape victims. In addition, victim blaming has a very negative impact on the victim. It can cause a lot of psychological damage to the victim, such as depression. So the question is whether victim blame by the media has a an impact on society. Why? It is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.